And we're back. I didn't realize I was back on. We've got a a new tornado warning. Matter of fact, here it is. Um, this one that was issued before, that is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Um, it was a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado near Elmer or 10 miles east of Heinsohn, moving east at 40 miles an hour. Now we look at the new tornado warning, and I would say it's probably here near Woodworth. And here we go. At 9:28, this tornado warning is out until 10 p.m. For northeastern Rapids and northeastern Rapids, northwestern Avioiles. I hope I said that right. Parishes until 10 p.m. At 9:28, a large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 7 miles south of Alexandria, south of the city of Alexandria, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. There is your obvious hook and debris ball. If we back that out, um, and look at velocity, and yeah, we've got a very serious situation again for the what seems like the third or fourth time today. This is producing most likely a significant tornado, upwards of 140 miles an hour on the gate-to-gate shear. Um, and here's the newest, and yeah, this is right over Chambers currently. Um, can't see it on this particular radar, but it just crossed Highway 71 and will be moving over and crossing close to State Route 457 and State Route 1 in a few minutes. This went near Woodworth. Again, this is over Chambers currently, and you can't see it very well, or you can't see it on this radar at all. But we have this going on, and again, tornado in progress over Chambers, and if we back out and look at this, this is again a very, very strong indication of a tornado. This has been honestly one of the more impressive supercells that I've seen this year, and it's getting stronger. Okay, let's do this. And it came down a little bit from that latest scan. It's 86, so just over 100 miles. Well, about 120 mile per hour now, and I didn't quite get the scan in time from the last scan, but again, very strong tornado in progress currently. Um, and if we go back to reflectivity, there's your debris signature. Very pronounced hook. Still a very healthy supercell. And if we look off to the east, this is getting ready to move out of a tornado watch. But I would suspect that a new tornado watch will be issued further on down because we've got other supercells developing, and well, this is not good news. Look what's further on down the pike. There's Hattiesburg, um, and as you know, the Hattiesburg area was devastated by an EF4 just a few days ago, and really that area has been devastated by a few EF4 tornadoes in the last several weeks. So not a good situation. And the storm simply does not have anything competing with it to slow down. We still got a debris ball showing up. This is moving right towards Hattiesburg, and that would not be good because we've had damage, like I said, done in that area. So large tornado in progress. This is just now moving east of the Chambers area. This is south. This is to the south of Alexandria, and Chambers is a very small town. And this town was hit head on. And oh wow, this this tornado likely hit there's a college in Chambers, so we'll have to wait for damage reports to come out later. So again, large tornado on the ground south of Alexandria, Louisiana, and this is moving off to the east at about 40 miles. Oh my. Okay, this is becoming a very significant tornado again. If we look at this, yeah, Well, and there's the latest scan. For a second there, it was extremely strong. Still looks strong, but not as strong. Okay, so you see this area, this little donut hole. That's called the bounded weak echo region. So we've got likely a rain wrap tornado ongoing, and still a debris signature showing up with this very large debris signature showing up now. It is currently crossing State Route 1. Um, and this is not a good situation. Yeah. And if we look at these velocity signatures, or these tornado vortex signatures, there's a velocity of 68 knots. There's one of 107. And there's one of 51. So radar is definitely picking up on this. If we go back to velocity, again, you see the donut hole. That's where your tornado is likely going to be. It's most likely rain wrapped. And there it is in velocity. This may actually get choked off. And with that rain cooled air, a lot of times these get choked off. Still, again, showing a debris signature though. This is heading towards Center Point. So if you're in Center Point, or you know somebody in Center Point, you need to take cover. This is eventually, this keeps moving this direction. Granted, it's got a long way to go. This may go north, actually, of Hattiesburg. But regardless, again, tornado in progress. There's your tornado with the donut hole. And there it is again, even smaller. So again, this storm might be cycling yet again. If we go back to velocity and look at that, still a strong indication of a tornado. So you want to take that very seriously. Hang on one second. Okay. From the latest scans, this is broadened up again. And from a debris signature standpoint, this has also lightened up. So we may not have a tornado on the ground anymore. It may have choked itself off. We'll have to wait and see. But it still want to take it seriously, the storm. Still want to take it seriously. This storm, again, they cycle, and this storm has literally nothing stopping it. If we back out real quick, you see there's storms off to the northwest of it, and also some storms to the northeast of it. But if this keeps moving in a easterly direction, or even southeasterly direction, even if it were to turn, it's got temperatures in the 70s all the way really through Mississippi and into Alabama. So it has all the time in the world to produce, continue to produce tornadoes. If we're still on North Polk. Okay, yeah, we are. Oh, I don't want to zoom in that much. So we move this over. Still a very strong hook echo showing up. Go back to velocity, and still a strong signature of a tornado. So this is going to go on for a while. So again, we're about to get an update on the tornado warning. And there it is. So if we look at this, and okay, as of a minute ago, so this is a tornado warning that remains in effect for the next 14 minutes till 10 p.m. For East Central Rapids and northwestern Avioias, I probably butchered that county or parishes. As of 2 minutes ago, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Center Point, or near Effie, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. So apparently we still have a tornado on the ground near Center Point, and okay, there's the debris signature showing up now. I'm seeing it now on the other radar. I briefly lost track of it, and even right there, there's a bit of a debris signature showing up. That little pink dot, that's your debris signature showing up. So again, large destructive tornado on the ground near Center Point, and moving off to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. Let's see if my radar will let me do this time. Let's try it with this. Okay, well, for some reason it doesn't want to allow me to do a storm track. Um, but again, moving off to the east northeast at 35 miles an hour. And this is actually getting ready to move out of the warning. So I would suspect a new tornado warning to be issued. Let's look at it from here. And okay, we're about to get a new tornado warning. Let's look at velocity. And there's the new tornado warning. This is still confirmed as a tornado on the ground. Okay, so this is a tornado warning for East Central Rapids and northern Aviolas parishes until 10:15 local time. 9:48, so 2 minutes ago, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Center Point or near Effie, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. So still a confirmed tornado on the ground. And let's see, getting a new scan, let that come in. Let's go to reflectivity. Okay, so there's your hook and debris ball. And it's been a long time since I've seen this many debris balls this many times in tornado emergencies too in a year. Okay, the tornado is going to be right in here. And it's going to go north of Marksville. Luckily, no towns show up in the warning itself on this radar, other than Vic, you're in line. I'm looking at it from a different standpoint, but really after that, nothing in the warning itself shows up. After Vic, the next town that shows up is going to be Acme, but again, they are currently not in the tornado warning. If this keeps moving off to the northeast, unfortunately, this is going to put it really close eventually to some areas that were hit very hard by tornadoes. And wow, this is still a very, very large debris ball showing up. And unfortunately for that area that was hit hard a couple weeks ago, there is a severe thunderstorm that has been producing wind damage. So you hopefully will have that one go further off to the north. But again, we've got this very, very strong supercell that's pulling, seems like it's pulling more north than east right now. And again, There's the Hattiesburg area. This is getting ready to move out of Mississippi, or excuse me, Louisiana and into Mississippi. And there's actually, I missed this, there is a tornado watch that includes Hattiesburg in these same areas. This is a tornado watch that goes until 6 a.m. 5 a.m. local time. And it does mention the possibility of a few intense tornadoes. So this storm is going to continue. It's going to move out of one tornado watch and move into another tornado watch. So this could conceivably move on for several miles. This is a very dangerous situation, extraordinary situation. Hang on one second. Again, okay, so we've got another tornado warning. Let's check this one out. And this is going to involve Mississippi now. Got a tornado warning for west central Concordia and southwestern Catahoula parishes and southwestern Adams County in Mississippi. This goes out until 11 p.m. So for the next hour and 4 minutes. At 9:53 Central Time, a confirmed tornado was located over Effie, moving east at 40 miles an hour. So no longer considered a large and destructive tornado, but nonetheless a tornado is still in progress. So want to take that seriously. We go to velocity mode. This is going to start looking higher up. It actually looks like we may have two areas of rotation. One right over here next to the hail marker, and then what I think is the tornado itself, just right where the meso and the TVS is now just popped up. So I think that's where your tornado is. And then we also have a tornado warning. Trying to figure out where that is. Hang on one second. This is for LaSalle County. LaSalle Parish until 10:15. So for the next 15 minutes. Where is that? Oh, okay. It's hidden within the current confirmed tornadoes. So Still just one storm that's producing a tornado and is capable of producing a tornado. There's your hook showing up again. Um, this is moving. This is going to be moving towards Acme. New Era, Lardo is also included in this warning. Serena, Eva, and Parhams are also involved, but I think those locations are going to be further to the north of this. And there we got a new scan. Definitely a growing hook. And I'm going to put this into motion. Look at the there it is. And that's for the last hour. And here we are. It looks like we got some sort of boundary behind this storm. And it looks like more storms also blowing up to the west. And again, we've got, well, it looks like we got more supercells firing up. Oh my. If this is where I think it is, okay, no, it's not. I saw Jonesboro and I thought that was Arkansas, but we're still in Louisiana. But we've got two supercells here that could very well produce tornadoes. And if this current tornado warning storm continues to move to the northeast, it's starting to catch up with the other storm that is severe warned. And let's see here. Losing my voice. Let's see. Okay. So again, we have this tornado warning storm, confirmed tornado on the ground. This is starting to take on an interesting look, and it may be cycling again. So this definitely could wrap up again. And if it's not producing a tornado now. It could definitely produce another one shortly. It's done it several times. It'll be interesting to see how many tornadoes this has actually produced. Um, so again, take cover if you're in this area, and you definitely want to take shelter if you're in this area. Again, this is moving towards Acme, and well, I am seeing a debris signature still, so this thing is definitely still on the ground, still doing damage. This is going to come between Acme and New Era, so if you're in those areas, take cover. Um, okay, and there you go. On reflectivity, there's your debris ball. This is, I believe this is getting ready to move. Yes, it is. This is crossing over into Mississippi. So Mississippi, for the third time, or the third day, is dealing with tornadoes, and potentially a significant one at that. This is starting to look a little far away. We'll be going to Jackson next, but not the strongest, but certainly not the weakest either. Later on, we'll be going to Jackson. And wow, okay, we've got a very significant debris signature showing up now, and on here on reflectivity, a bounded weak echo region. So I think it's very safe to say that we've got a let's see, let's go to velocity. I think we've definitely got a strong tornado on the ground again. It's definitely picking up a lot of debris based on the signature. So again, tornado in progress. And it actually looks like it may get wrapped up again and choke itself off. So I know it says radar indicated, but the warning says that it is still a confirmed tornado on the ground. So and on the latest scan, we still have a debris signature, but it is far less than what it was. And again, this is going to come close to the Acme area. Again, heading towards Acme, between Acme and New Era. And it's going to be crossing over into Mississippi in a matter of minutes. Okay, so if we back out here, looking at these velocities on these tornado vortex signatures, they're not the strongest, but again, still likely a tornado on the ground. And I'm starting to really not like these, the looks of these to the west, especially this one near Jonesboro. We'll have to watch those. Got another tornado warning. Is it the same one? Okay, no, it's the same one. We move back in here. Here's your hook showing up, and how close are we from Jackson? Yeah, we're a ways yet. Just trying to make sure that we're on the best radar site possible. Okay, so looking at things, still it looks like maybe a small debris signature showing up. It's certainly not near as impressive as it was earlier. Let's see. Okay. let's go back to velocity. And still a very strong couplet. If we look at this, okay, wow. Yeah, still over 130-mile-an-hour winds. So this thing is likely still on the ground. And it's getting hard to tell with the debris signatures, but still a very strong storm, likely tornado on the ground. Oh yeah, definitely, most likely looking at a tornado still on the ground. Quite significant one at that. This is still in Louisiana, and will be crossing over into Mississippi probably within the next 15 to 20 minutes. This is going to be heading very close to Acme. This will eventually head towards Sibley, Mississippi, and look at that hook. Look at the shape of it, just the way it changed. I think we got a new update on the tornado warning. And nope, that's old data. They chipped away the tornado warning to the west is what they did. So an amazing supercell. This supercell began way back in far eastern Texas, and has literally on and off crossed through the state of the northern part of Louisiana, and is now getting ready to cross over into Mississippi here very soon. And there's the latest scan. If I'm looking at still a strong signature, still a strong tornado. Ooh, excuse me. And okay, hold on one second. Okay, and wow, got a TVS now 12 at 118 knots. actually is that. May have a bit of a debris ball, but it's over the warning. Again, this storm may be cycling. But again, this storm has literally nothing stopping it, except for now. If it keeps going northeast, it's going to run into cooler air from this other storm to its north. That may weaken it. We may see it start to weaken. Time will tell with that. Well, okay, here we go. We've got more tornado warnings. This one up near Jonesboro, like I was saying earlier, and that one is out until 11 p.m. local time for northern Caldwell, southern Jackson, south central Quachita, and southeastern Bineville and northern Wynn parishes until 11 p.m. Central Time. This is a storm that's capable of producing a tornado, and this is moving near Dodson, Sykes. Those are the only two that show up in this warning. If you're in this area, take cover. Winfield, you're technically not in a tornado warning yet, but you have one to your north, and then you have another one coming up from your southwest. If we look at that particular tornado warning, this is for northern Nacogdoches and northwestern Wynn parishes until 10:45 tonight. This is for severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado, and I know I remember talking about this area earlier today. So these are areas that are getting hit yet again. These are more so along a line. These are supercells within a line, and then you've got the one supercell alone by itself here near Natchez, southwest of Natchez. This storm has likely passed Acme, and as of the last scan, looking at about 90 mile an hour shear. Here's the newest scan coming in. That's showing 118 knots, which is very strong. Hang on one second. Okay, there's the scan. Looks like maybe, just maybe, this has wrapped up again, and maybe cycling. It would be nice to see it really start to weaken, and that's just not the case. I'm looking at velocity still, and this thing is still very, very strong. And I think we still likely have a tornado on the ground. And okay, that has not been updated in a while. This is going to be crossing the river soon and into Mississippi. Again, we've had several tornadoes. Okay. We're getting getting reports of significant damage to buildings at Louisiana State University on the south side of Alexandria. So the Alexandria campus, that is, what was the name of that town? There it is. There's the tornado report right there. And I can't remember the name of that town. But again, Chambers, that's what it was. Right over Chambers, it looks like there was significant damage there. So we'll have to wait and see if we get any more reports as far as injuries or anything like that. But again, significant damage to Louisiana State Alexandria, and this storm has done a ton of damage over a long, long path. So let's see. The rotation looks like it's getting broad again. Hopefully we've lost our we definitely have not lost our tornado. Tornado's still in progress. But hopefully we're starting to see a weakening trend again as this now moves in the general direction of Sibley, Mississippi. And once it moves past Sibley, we're going to start talking about some real populations here. And if this continues on its current track, this is going to be affecting some of the same areas that were hit not that long ago. Well, more than a few days ago, last weekend. But it's still got some time to go yet before it gets to that point. So hopefully it'll begin the weekend. I am seeing it looks like it is trying to cycle. You see on that very, come on, hang on. You see on the very back end, it's got a new hook developing. The old hook is more like an appendage now. And you got a new hook developing where a new tornado may be trying to develop. And I think we've got another very large debris ball maybe developing. Okay, new tornado warning. So these tornado warnings are going to continue fully into Mississippi with this storm. And this is a tornado warning for East Central Concordia, West Franklin, or East Central Concordia Parish, which is probably very small area of it. East Central or Western Franklin County and Central Adams County, all in Mississippi, until 11:30. At 10:28, so 3 minutes ago, a confirmed tornado was located near Slocum, or 9 miles south of Monterey, moving east at 45 miles an hour. So again, we still have a confirmed tornado on the ground. Still tornado in progress, and this could be again going on for quite a while. If we look at velocity on a different this is starting to look higher up, as I've said. And if we, okay, there's Hattiesburg. There's Baton Rouge. Trying to figure out where to go. Well, let's go to Jackson. If we switch over to Jackson, well, we're also not that far away yet. Let's go back here. We'll cross over into Jackson soon. This storm is getting a new circulation, and I think is going to possibly produce another tornado. Um, and it is quite literally riding along a boundary. You have 70-degree temperatures in Brookhaven, and in Jackson it is 63. So this thing is literally riding a boundary, which makes sense. And if it continues to do that, this thing's gonna go on for quite a while. And it's already produced several tornadoes, as I've said. This may actually recycle, and if it does, it's going to do it right over Sibley. So Sibley needs to be underground. Newest scan, and it is tightening up. Still a little bit broad, but nonetheless still very strong. Let's see, and here's your new appendage. This is going to recycle and likely become very strong again. So today has just been nuts. This year has been nuts. This month, whatever you want to call it. This has just been one of them years. So hopefully we don't get any more loss of life. As I've mentioned, 3 people, at least 3 people at last check, have died today in Oklahoma, and that was in Madill, Oklahoma. And there it is. That hook is getting stronger. We're likely going to be looking at another significant tornado here soon. You watched it cycle. It went from a nice hook to 1 second. Okay, so this this area of rotation is definitely increasing, um, and this supercell still a very impressive supercell. Go back. We still have the tornado warnings off to the northeast, or excuse me, northwest of the other supercell, but these are not confirmed tornadoes. These are Doppler indicated. These are also not by themselves, so they're less likely to produce larger tornadoes. They still could, and they should be taken seriously. But we're going to stick with the one that's had confirmed tornadoes for hours now. If we back out, where you see that 77 right here in the tornado watch, there was damage, some pretty significant damage done in that area. And look how far it's traveled from there, and it even started further off to the west. So this supercell alone has traveled hundreds of miles and is continuing to go. We zoom in. This particular appendage is actually having a hard time getting going. So hopefully we are starting to see a decrease with this storm. Again, let's see. Then, of course, we've got the severe thunderstorm warning. Now, these are all entering very hard to hit areas. There's Collins, there's Laurel, and here we got a severe thunderstorm heading that direction. Let's look at it from Jackson. And oh, come on. Okay, there we go. And this looks elongated. Doesn't have much of a, well, it has a chance of producing it could produce a tornado. I had to think about what I was trying to say there. Again, we'll go back here though for a little bit longer for this particular tornado warning. And again, it doesn't look near as good as it did. Um, we've got a report 2 miles southeast of Collin, and this is in Rapids Parish, Louisiana, of 3-inch tree limbs broken and power poles also broken. So that may be where the tornado path came across. And if let's back out a little bit, and yeah, a lot of there's the tornado reports, and let's see, still got those 2 tornado warnings to the north. Again, unless we get a confirmed tornado out of that, unless we get a confirmed tornado out of those 2, we're not gonna go away from this particular one. Now they've cut part of the warning, so let's look at that. So that's not updated. Let's try this again. So they just cut them out of it. I don't see an update on that warning. So we're still going to go with confirmed tornado. And okay, we're getting also reports now. This is again from the Madill area, Madill, Oklahoma, that the metal buildings at J&I Manufacturing were destroyed on the west side of town, and then also Oklahoma Steel and Wire on the east side of town was also destroyed from that particular tornado. And up until this storm that we're watching now formed, that was the storm of the day, and in some respects is the storm of the day because again, 3 people were killed in that town, and also getting pictures of some damage near Paris, Texas, just south of the Red River at the border. Um, Thankfully, a lot of this looks like tree damage. I am seeing some fencing damage, but mostly just tree damage from what I see. Um, and um, wow. So this storm is in an area that is very uh, conducive for tornadoes, and it will remain that way uh, as it moves off to the east. Hang on 1 second. um, so it looks like this storm may be trying to gain another hook again. This is south of Natchez, by the way. Right now, getting ready to cross over into Mississippi. As a matter of fact, we're about to lose the tornado warning in Louisiana, and we'll just have a small sliver left with a tornado warning uh, on that storm. But then we also have the other tornado warnings in north central Louisiana. Um, that's interesting. There's a bit of a gap, but we've got a new, unless the other one just hasn't, I'm not sure what happened there. Let's go. Tornado warning remains in effect until 11:30 for western Franklin and east central Adams counties. This is no longer a tornado on the ground. This is a storm capable of producing a tornado near Sibley, or 8 miles south of Natchez, moving east at 45 miles an hour. So we finally do not have, we no longer have any tornadoes confirmed on the ground. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So this is still a tornado warning, though. Wow. The severe thunderstorm warning is going to be going through some very hard hit areas. There's Mount Olive, there's Collins, there's Laurel, there's Taylorsville, and then there's Quitman that also got hit. So that is moving that direction, and now that this storm is moving to the northeast, it is following the same path as this storm ahead of it, and so hopefully it will begin to it'll begin to weaken and hopefully die out. So now that we don't have a confirmed tornado anymore, let's go back over to these warnings and look at this one. This is again a tornado warning, remains in effect until 11 p.m. So for 2 more minutes. Northern Caldwell, southeastern Jackson, south central Quachita, and northeastern Wynn parishes. At 10:40, so 18 minutes ago, it's a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. So again, it's capable, but has not produced a tornado. That's going to be heading towards Winnsboro. This one is the one I would be a little bit more concerned about because it's on the southern end. Its southern flank has nothing to compete with. as long as it stays ahead of this line. So we go to this warning. This is a tornado warning for central. Oh, there it is. Remains in effect until 11:15 for Central Wind Parish. 10:53. So this was 6 minutes ago. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located just west of Winfield, moving east at 60 miles an hour. And we just lost the other tornado warning, so now we're down to 2 storms. So we'll have to watch this one as it moves off to the east, northeast. But if we go to, let's see, make sure we're at a good location. Let's look at velocity on this one. There's definitely some rotation over Atlanta. And definitely, oh wow, definitely could be producing a couple of tornadoes actually. If I'm going to look at this from a different point of view, and yeah, definitely could see two tornadoes with this. Granted, it is a little bit high up, but that is a developing supercell. And if we go over back to, well, let's get rid of that. Oh wow. Did we just lose? So we just lost the tornado warning on the bigger supercell. Okay, so we've lost the tornado warning near Natchez, which is a great thing to see, and hopefully that'll continue. But we still have the other remaining tornado warning, and I am concerned that this one is potentially producing a couple of tornadoes near the Atlanta area. we zoom in, there's an appendage right here. There's another one right here. There's a new scan. And we'll have to watch that. um, um, hmm. Okay, zoom out. Let's try this again. Hmm. Okay, so we're down again, down to the one tornado warning. This is south of Winfield. This is going to be moving in the general direction of Ola. Um, and the fact that we've got these TBS signatures is very concerning. South of Atlanta, I definitely could see the possibility of a developing tornado. And we'll have to watch that very carefully. Um, oh my. So now we are getting reports out of Polk County. This is in Texas. Of 20 to 30 injuries are confirmed, as well as 2 fatalities. Um, as I said, I'm sorry. As I said, unfortunately, out of Polk County, Texas, there are 2 fatalities. Um, and 20 to 30 injuries. Um, so, anyway, um, again, we've got the 1 tornado warning left. That is out for another 5 minutes. So we're going to stick with this. Um, so 5 more minutes on this. Hopefully we'll lose this tornado warning and we can put this to bed for tonight. Tomorrow is another day, and there's likely going to be more severe weather tomorrow as well. So this is unfortunately just the beginning. Um, um, hmm, let's see. Um, Another 3 minutes on this warning, and hopefully we'll lose it. Uh, um, there is a couple of different areas where this thing is rotating. Um, so definitely still something to watch. But again, I think we're about to lose this warning. Got another about a minute and a half, and it's been a crazy night. Again, 5 fatalities now, 3 in Oklahoma and 2 in Texas thus far. Hopefully that's 5 too many, but hopefully we don't get any more. As I said, tomorrow looks like another violent day across areas that have been hit extremely hard already. So definitely not good. And I will be back again tomorrow for that. So we're up to about another 20 seconds, 15 seconds, this warning should go away. We'll see what happens. And I don't think we're going to see another warning issued. And there it's been dropped. So let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Zoom out on this. And we do not have any more tornado warnings. And as a matter of fact, the supercell that was long tracked and produced tornadoes through 2 states, potentially crossing over into a third, is actually starting to get messy and broaden. So I'm going to end this, and as I said, tomorrow is another busy day, and well, I should say later today with tornadoes, and I will be back on once again to cover the tornado threat tomorrow. So until then, thanks for watching, and have a great